Does it matter at all, Stella, that President Biden is going there? Do the families you're talking to, do they care? Do they want to hear from the president? Will anything help?
Yes, thanks, Brian, for having me on. I think it depends on who you ask. I think that for the most part, the families who were affected want to focus on their loved ones who were killed. And I think having the leader of our country come here and express, his condolences is important to them. But I also know, I've heard people say, now is not the time for him to come here. I do know, at least unless his schedule, well, I think some people are concerned about politicizing this event, and I've heard a lot of outrage from people, but I've also heard from folks who say, I don't want to focus on that, on what could have happened, what should have happened. I just want to focus on the kids. So, I would just say it depends on who you ask, but I do think it's significant that he's coming here, and especially so soon after another, similar trip, to Buffalo, where a horrible mass shooting also happened.
Here we go again. And we're going to wait to see if President Biden does speak when he gets off the plane in just a few minutes. Stella, we're talking about the investigation and how the police misled the public at first. Governor Abbott saying he was misled as well. It was clear the reporters were getting the runaround on Wednesday and on Thursday. Now it's Sunday, and you're there. Do you feel like reporters are still getting the runaround?
It's been difficult this weekend because we're not getting as many updates. I drove in late Friday night, so there were I haven't attended an official press conference, if you will, like during the week my colleagues did. So I would assume, tomorrow, although tomorrow's a holiday, but, if there's an update, we'll see. We'll see if they are going to answer any more questions. I do know in talking with people that they want more answers. It's still unfathomable to me that this gunman was in the school for 80 minutes or so and nothing happened, and that there were numerous calls being placed to 911, to parents. I talked to one girl, a little girl, 10-year-old, who was across the classroom from her best friends, and she was calling her parents. So that to me is it's shocking and unbelievable, and I'm angry about it too, like everyone else.
Absolutely. And reporters shouldn't and can't hide the emotions when it comes to this story. Shimon, one big unanswered question is about that incident commander who you mentioned. We've not heard from him since, I think, Wednesday in a printed statement. Have you all been trying to reach the police who were inside that school that day?
Yeah, absolutely. We still have crews out there and reporters and producers who are trying to reach out to them. And, for us, this is all obviously a team effort. And it's so important, Brian, you and I were talking, that subject matter experts, reporters who are subject matter experts, this is where I certainly found it very helpful in asking the right questions. And certainly our team here, my colleague Evan Perez, and people who I can bounce things off of, my producer.
You're saying you need reporters who've done this before,
who've done this,
to know what to ask.
What to ask,
right.
and to zero in on very specific, crucial, nuanced information, because it is critical in a story like this to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, and some of that nuance is important. And having the good people to support you, my producer and I, Matt Friedman. This was a very grueling days, but we just kept going at them because we knew pieces of information were missing. And I think for all the reporters out there, you started sensing that we weren't getting a complete story, and so again, every time the DPS officials would speak publicly, certainly in the beginning, we were getting different responses.
Contradictions. And then you've got other folks going on TV saying, well, maybe some officers went in to save their own children. There's a lot still unexplored here.
Yes, and specifically the fact that so much kept changing from the beginning moments, which, like we were saying, Brian, there's still so much that we need to learn.
Shimon, thank you. And Stella, thank you very much for joining us.